Welcome back, class users. Christopher from the class team. We're looking at the new feature, document management system, which we've finally got up and running happily. You can now attach your documents to clients and services. So now, once it's turned on, and you will have to get it turned on by us, that is the class help desk team. We don't want to rush it all out. We're going to keep an eye on how it's all working first. So basically, what we're announcing today is that if you're super eager and want to get things going, you want to contact the help desk and let us know that, and we'll turn it on for you. Okay, so we look at a client over here, and we can see now that there's a documents tab attached to it. That is once it's turned on. And similarly, if we go to a service, you can also see the documents. Now there's a whole kind of art form as to why you would want to maybe attach documents to a service, but that would obviously be for things relating to that particular service, say documents relating to that legal problem or such. Whereas sometimes you may want to attach it to the client themselves. For example, identification documents or something of that nature that might stay the same for that particular person. There is also ways you can attach documents more generally for the center. I will explain that when that's fully functional as well. But let's take a look at the basics of this. We'll click on documents, and essentially if we want to add something, we add new. And it's asking us to drop the files here, or you can browse and find things. So there's another feature here, we can tag them in different ways. Now these are pretty bad examples. You'll see better examples. Generally you can create your own document types. It's just a way to search for things. So for example, you might have identification documents or documents relating to a case or various other things that you might want to kind of gather together and quickly kind of categorize. So your administrators can add things if what you need is not there, or you can hide the ones that you don't like. So for example, we wouldn't really need a driver's license and birth certificate. That's probably too much detail. We've just got, say, ID documents, and that would cover both. It's up to you how you organize your things. But let's actually upload something. Like I said, you can actually just take your, say, Finder and drag and drop something on it. Let's try that. Go to my documents, and I might say class document extensions and drop it there. And it uploads straight away. And I'll do the other one more formally by, say, clicking browse and actually digging out the document, going to documents and, say, selecting the one I wanted. And they have been listed. And of course this can keep going on. Now here again you can change your document type. You could put your document type in at the start, but maybe I want to change that later, and you can certainly do that at any time. Now, a couple of other things, you can actually change the title afterwards as well, or change a description if you want to have more information about what it actually means. And once we're completed, we can just go save and close. I should have mentioned at that point also, we could have actually uploaded multiple documents at the same time. So I'll do that in a second now. So here we are now back at documents, and we've actually got the list here for us, and we can actually simply download this document by clicking on that little download document, and it will say, yep, do you want to download, and you'll get it back again. The other thing we can do is this now. It's not quite working yet, but essentially the basics are, it produces a little link. Now, two of these will disappear because they're not relevant to us, but they're basically, it produces a download URL. You'll be able to copy that URL and send it to a colleague. This is not a public URL. This is only for people, say, that are also logged in. If you wanted to show a colleague something, you could email them this link, and provided they are logged into class, so they obviously need a login. This is, like I said, the security thing is that you can't be an external person. You have to be internal, logged into the same class, and you'll be able to click on that and download the document and read it yourself. So it's just a way of managing things like that. There's some other things you can do, of course, as well. Like you can delete, and you could even delete multiple things at once. So it's simply just finding the tick box, selecting it, and hitting delete. It will tell you, this is really, really important. You're going to lose this, so don't delete these things quickly. Yes, I acknowledge it's going to be gone forever, and we'll say yes, see you later. So now I'll just show you essentially the same thing works over in services. We can click on documents. One more thing I want to show you though with new is that we can upload multiple files at the same time. So we can just open up our browse for file manager, and we can click on, say, multiple things. I think that is control for PCs or command at the same time as you click for Macs, and you can just say select two, and we can open them, and it'll drag the 2 in or 10 in at the same time. And then again, you can change the type and edit it and add different descriptions, etc. So it's fairly straightforward. Like I said, you'll need to get us to turn it on first. So get in contact with us when you want it, and we'll roll it out progressively to everybody, first in best stress. But we know that there's a lot of you that are really eager for this, and some of you not so important straight away. So that'll be good because it'll allow us to evaluate how much use there is and how best we can manage those files. Now, the files are in fact securely managed between class and the server, so they're all encrypted and managed that way, so that's safe. And the other thing is, we might, I should show you the class format. So I can show you that by actually downloading it. There it is. And then we can open it. And the class file format's available. So basically, it's all your main sort of Microsoft Words, all your Microsoft Office, most of the common image files like JPEGs and things. Also common compression things like zip, 7-zip. What do we got here? RAR, archives. RTS like text. Most of these things you're fairly familiar with. We do need to limit what file types are available because you can leave yourself open to a security risk if someone's uploading something that was executable on our server, and we don't want that. But if there is a file type that you really want and you want to be able to attach that's not here yet, we should be able to have a look at it and add that as a file type, again, as long as it's not anything that's a security risk. So let us know if we can help with that. All right, Christobro signing off.